Welcome back to the Do Hard Things Today podcast, where fitness and life intersect. Today we're going to be having one of our new things we're doing on the podcast. We want to be able to give you guys something that is a short, little 5 to 10 minute tidbit. We're going to give you 5 tips every Friday on something that you've asked us about. The very first one, and it seems like no matter how many times we talk about this, we always get more questions than anything on nutrition. Some of these questions have been answered before, but I think it's one of those things with nutrition. We have to keep hammering these things home. As always on the podcast with me, this is Kevin Harrison. We've got Hal Morris over here.
Hello, everyone.
Hal Morris has got his own fitness journey. How much weight total have you lost?
Around 50 to 55 pounds.
50 to 55 pounds. And as you remember on Hal's, I think he was podcast number 2, and again, that was back when our sound wasn't as good as he has it now. He's our technical guru. As you'll remember, though, he was on what did you call your diet you were on?
The MCSE diet.
What does MCSE stand for?
Meat, cheese, salad, and eggs.
Meat, cheese, salad, and eggs. And I think the thing that made it so good, and his story's so good, we're actually going to go back and record his podcast again with better audio. But the beauty of what he decided to do was it was so simple. And today we just want to give you 5 quick hitter tips. We're going to be under 10 minutes, and we just want to tell you just a few. Do these 5 things, and you'll see your nutrition improve. And number one, and anytime I'm giving any kind of nutrition advice, the very first thing I ask people, and actually Hal just came off of a hard ride, 100-mile ride yesterday, and then went and rode some more today.
Climbing ride today.
Yeah, climbing ride today, and he's talking about how much he was hurting just standing up, and some of that is probably due to being dehydrated, because we're in, I don't know where you are listening to us, but we're in the upstate of South Carolina, and it is blazing hot. And that very first thing is stay hydrated. And if you will stay hydrated, it covers up so many other issues. A lot of times you think you're hungry and you're really just thirsty. Stay hydrated. I keep a bottle of water next to my bed, and the first thing I do when I wake up is down about 16 ounces of water. And then I just drink it all day long. Keep those things, keep those bottles of water close to you. How do you?
Yeah, on the 100-mile ride we did yesterday, I was kind of the ride leader, and at every, we'd stop at stop signs to regroup and stuff, and I'd say, okay, let's see the bottom of your water bottles to drink. So
yeah, it is.
Stay hydrated.
Yeah, it's keeping it available and keeping it at top of mind. You don't want to get behind. It's hard, especially during the summer. We're in the middle of July here, and again, it is blazing hot. So just stay hydrated. The second thing is eat one of the smoothies a day. If you're on our Facebook group, the Do Hard Things Today Facebook page, we have actually a nutrition group. We've got about 1,500 people in it, and there's a free plan there. You can also go download it at dohardthingstoday.com. On there, it gives you the anatomy of a smoothie and what a smoothie is. The great thing about smoothies, you can pack so much nutrition into one smoothie. You can eat these for breakfast. You can eat them for lunch, at night, whenever. What I like to do is I'll use unsweetened almond milk with vanilla flavored. I'll put spinach. I actually had one today after my run. I put spinach and kale in it, and then I put a half of an avocado, and then I put my frozen banana and some peanut butter with a little protein powder, blended it up. Think about all the nutrition I got in that. The third thing is don't let fast food get you. If you get out and you're hungry and you have not planned ahead, which you should be, we're going to talk about that in just a second, don't let the fast food, you can go to any fast food joint and you can find healthy options. Have you ever run into this, Hal?
Oh, yeah. Especially lunchtime, when I'm working and have to get something quick. It's easy just to get a couple cheeseburgers instead of a salad or a wrap or something. But lunchtime is where I'm guilty of just going through the drive-through and
how
what's easy.
If you find yourself out and you don't have any, and you do find yourself in a drive-through or at a fast food, I'll say this: there aren't the best options there, but there are good options. Salads.
Yeah. Now to go to my meat, cheese, salad, and egg.
Yep.
Through the drive-through, I would get 10 chicken McNuggets
Mm-hmm.
and a Diet Coke.
Really?
Yeah, and the nuggets have some breading on them.
Yeah.
But it's not going to hurt you too bad if you're doing low carb. I mean, it does have the breading, but that would be my low carb lunch.
Yeah, and I think that there's a lot of different options. Again, salads are always going to be your best option. You can get your burger or chicken sandwich without the bun. They'll usually wrap that up for you if they want. Then you can just get that with and just remove the bread yourself. So that's always a good option for you. Fourth thing, cut out the sugary drinks. This one seems the most obvious, but it is almost always the one that people kind of drop their head at and it's like, man, I gotta stop drinking those Cokes. I gotta stop drinking those sweet teas. And it's just one where you are literally, I mean, there is nothing. Well, if you go back and listen to our endurance fueling podcast, about the only time that your body does good things with sugary drinks is going to be in the middle of intense training or immediately after intense training. Going out and drinking 250 calories of sweet tea or Coke, just like drinking poison. I mean, it's just going straight to wherever you store your fat. You can grab your place on your body right now where you store the most fat. That's where that drink goes right to. How you struggle with anything like that?
Not necessarily. But on a ride we did this week, it was another climbing ride. We did have a store stop, and one of the guys grabbed a Mountain Dew.
Yeah.
Just for energy to get us back to the shed.
Yeah, and when you're running and biking and you're doing intense exercise, it's a great source of fast burning carbs. But that is exactly what it is. And if you're just getting one and driving to your office, there's nothing you're going to do that's going to burn those carbs up. So where are they going to go? They're going to go straight to your midsection, to your thighs, wherever it goes. So cut out the sugary drinks. The last thing is meal plan. Meal plan, we talked about, point number 3 was don't let fast food get you. Well, if you've meal planned and you have things available, then you can avoid the temptations of fast food. Some very easy ways to do that. Hard-boiled eggs. You can pre-cook bacon and have bacon available. Sweet potatoes are very easy to bake and have available. Anytime you're the easiest way to meal plan. People make meal prep. They make it more complicated than it should be. But the easiest way to do that is just to prepare more whenever you're cooking your meals. Just prepare more. Put it in. Go ahead and invest in some containers where you can partition them out. And then put them in a container and have them available for you. We're going to do a completely separate podcast on meal planning, but on those basics, just cook more and have it available. And also, hard-boiled eggs are awesome. That is the number one thing I would tell you to start doing. You can do those in the Instapot very quickly. You drop some water down in the Instapot, put 6 or 8 eggs on the grate, 4 minutes at high pressure. They come out perfectly hard-boiled eggs. Easy way to do that. How? Anything else about these 5?
No, just plan, like Kevin said, and biggest thing for me was the fast food, just avoiding going through the drive-through. And in fact, I had the doctor tell me one time. He said nothing comes good through the drive-through window.
Yeah, so. It's true. And right after you told them to go eat chicken McNuggets. But,
that's right.
Yeah,
that's right.
But again, if you find yourself in that situation, try to make the best choice you can. And because it is so easy with nutrition, if you get a little bit off the rails, you go completely off the rails. So our first 5 for Friday is done. That's your nutrition tips. As always, you can find us on Facebook, Do Hard Things Today. You can go to we have a Facebook nutrition group, Do Hard Things Today Nutrition. Just look it up on Facebook. You can join that group. Everything we do is for free. Check that out. And as always, if you have any questions, want to give us any feedback, we would love it if you would go to iTunes and actually subscribe at iTunes, give us a review, rate us 5 stars if we're bringing value. And if you could write us a review, we'd really appreciate that. You can find it also over there on Spotify. So for Hal Morris, it's Kevin Harrison signing off, the Do Hard Things Today podcast, where fitness and life intersect.